Alhamdulillah. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. نويت هاربين وتوزنا أنت حلوا أنت رياضا أنت بسم الله حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم مدد يا صاحب السيف مدد. Let's all renew our shahadat. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Asking support from our Sheikh Sahib Saif, Sheikh Abdul Karim Kabrisi, Arabbani. Renewing our shahadat, renewing our faith. As Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, O my nation, renew your religion. And this is the best month, the best time for us to renew our religion. And in renewing our religion, because our religion, it gets old, it gets torn, it gets dirty. All our worship, all our fasting, all our zakat, all our hajj is to protect this shahadat. Don't think now, just because we said one time the shahadat, that faith has entered into our hearts. As Holy Quran is saying, our Shaykh Hazrat Lari is saying so many times, you're a Muslim, but you're not a mu'min yet. Quran Kareem is saying. So that shahadat passed through our tongue, believing that there is only one Allah. No other ilahs. Only one Allah. What does that mean? Oh, the meaning is endless. The meaning from pre-eternal up to post-eternal, you can dive and you can never finish in that ocean because everything is contained now in that shahadat. Why are we in association? Why are we in tariqat? Why are we in this jamaat? Why are we following a shaykh? Why are we pulling ourselves away from living in this world that nobody can say it is a paradise, it is a hell? They've turned this world into a hell. Yes. They've turned the food that we're eating into a poison. They've turned the water that we're drinking into a poison. The air is not happy with us. The earth is not happy with us. The skies, they're not happy with us. The animals, the plants, they're not happy with mankind because mankind has become a tyrant in this 21st century, living for the sake of its ego, worshipping its ego, worshipping other than Allah. So why are we in tariqat? It is nothing but to renew this shahadat and to make this shahadat to become stronger and clearer and more refreshing. Yes. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No ilahs. No ilahs. Only Allah. All the ilahs in Arabia, in Mecca, and everywhere else, maybe, they have destroyed the ilahs. The physical ilahs, the statues, the buts, they have taken it out. It has been cleaned from the Mecca. It has been cleaned from Arabia. It has been cleaned from so many places. The idols, the false idols of worship, other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has been pulled down. Yes. That is easy to do. As our Shaykh Effendi has said so many times, it is so easy to pull down that physical ilahs. Now, it is time to come to the big jihad, to the jihadul akbar, which is the jihad against your nafs, against your ego, against your selfish desires. From that small jihad to this big jihad, the jihadul akbar, against the ilahs that is in here, that is in our hearts. to take that ilas out of our hearts, that takes the biggest jihad. And that jihad is not a physical jihad. It is not a jihad with swords, with guns, no. Now it is a jihad against your own self, against your nafs. We are in tariqat, yes, to fight that jihad. We are in that to fight this jihad that is going to continue up till Judgment Day. That is going to continue until our Judgment Day, until our deaths. It is never finishing. Don't think the ego is going to give us a break. Don't think the ego is going to say, well, now I'm going to leave you alone. No, the ego never sleeps. Shaitan never sleeps. The evil sources, they never sleep. Only our murid sleeping in front of us. Yes, sleeping. Wait. Shaykh Effendi has so many ways to fix. You're going to get fixed. Because these words is a final warning to whole of mankind, to me, to everyone. These are the teachings, and these are the living teachings of our Shaykh. We are not going to put it down. We're going to put it high on top of our heads and to put it in our lives. Yes, we are here to take that ilas out of our hearts. Don't think, I'm done, I'm finished. Now I've reached safety. So many they're saying that. Then what's the difference between us and the Christians? To say, well, I accept Jesus. Now I'm saved. I can do the whole worst things, selfish things, egoistic things, but I'm saved. I'm going to go to paradise. Where is the justice? Islam is just. The Ottoman Empire is just. The Shariat is just. You have said the Shahadat. You believe that there is one Allah. Now, responsibility comes to you. It is not, now you are free to do as you like. 21st century Muslims calling themselves Sufis, calling themselves Ahli Tariqat, they may think that way. It is not that way. It has never been that way. The ones who are most fearful of their Lord are His friends and His prophets. Yes. But the mankind, meaning the foolish mankind, it says, we accept, but we are not doing it. Our Shaykh Effendi Hazrat Lari is saying, that is the meaning. One of the meanings of when the Quran was offered to the mountains. Mountains, not these physical mountains. The mountains, the kutubs, those ones are friends of Allah that are holding the world in position. That are holding the world in its place. And because of them, rahmat is falling. Don't you see? Half of this America is dry. The drought is coming. It's already here. It's suffering. More is going to come because the kutub, that nail, that pole is pulled out. Our Shaykh is no longer here physically. Yes. And the rahmat is stopping. It is because of them. Don't think it's because of you and me. So yes, the Quran was offered to the mountains, and the mountains refused. But it's offered to man, and the foolish man, the ignorant ones, the arrogant ones, say, yeah, we can carry it. No. We are here renewing our faith to say that there's only one Allah. Remove all the other ilahs from our hearts. We are here following the teachings of our Shaykh, following the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. Then it comes to the second part of our Shahadat. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. You cannot separate the two now. You cannot separate them. Because the way to reach to Allah, the way to get rid of the ilahs in your heart, the way to recognize there's only one Allah, that time when you recognize that, when you know yourself, then you start to know Him and you start to worship Him. It is through the Prophet ﷺ. It is through his lifestyles. It is through his teachings. It is through his shariat. It is through his words. It is through his actions. It is through his life. It is not something that is separate. Yes, today's foolish Muslims, they are doing that. They're separating. They're cutting. Say, no, now concentrate on La ilaha illallah. We leave behind Muhammad Rasulullah. Yahu, how are you going to reach to La ilaha illallah if you don't go through the Prophet? That means you're denying his prophethood. That all 124,000 prophets, they will not be prophets if they did not first recognize that he is Muhammad Rasulullah. Sayyidina al-awwalin wal-ahirin. Yes, and to accept that Prophet ﷺ is not just by words, it's just not to say. It is to put his teachings and his lifestyle, to make our lifestyle according to him. To fit our lifestyle according to Islam. Not to fit Islam according to our lifestyle. There is a big mistake and there is a big cursing coming down to this ummah because of that. Because ever since the fall of the Khilafat in 1923, earlier, ever since the ummah saying, we are not accepting that Khalifa, we're not accepting that Khalifatullah, we're not accepting that Khalifatul Rasul, that one who is representing that Prophet ﷺ, non-stop disasters has fallen to this world from that time until now. And more, the Muslims, this ummah, they're falling deeper and deeper and deeper into endless and depthless sorrow that we're not going to get out of until that Sahibul Zaman comes and declares and calls the takbir. We are here to prepare ourselves for that. Yes. Don't think we are here just to take a vacation, a retreat center. This is not retreat. There's no retirement and there's no retreat in Islam. In case you haven't heard, I'm sure all of you have. Shaykh Effendi, one of his last wasiyat to us, one of his last advice to us, before he passed from this worldly life, before he was veiled, just as the Khilafat was veiled. Before he was veiled, he said, a murid came to me and told me that Holy Prophet ﷺ came to him and said, say to Shaykh Abdul Karim, Hazrat Lari, to warn his murids to keep themselves clean. Keep themselves clean and make themselves ready, because the time, it is very close. It is very near. Are we understanding? Are we understanding that that is coming from our Shaykh? Are we understanding that is coming from our Prophet? Are we understanding that an open warning is given to us by Sayyidina al-Awwalil wal-Akhirin? And what is that going to mean now? What is that going to mean if we're going to keep ourselves clean and we're going to keep ourselves pure and we're going to keep ourselves away from all this foolishness to get ourselves ready if we are not together following the way of Muhammad Rasulullah ﷺ, taught to us by our Shaykh, which he takes from Sultan al-Awliya. Yes. We know where we are. We are nothing. We are creatures. And we are weak creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness and to keep ourselves strong in this way, to keep the shahadat high, to keep the shahadat valuable, to give it its honor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed. Yes, Allah has placed a high honor in that shahadat. And that is the shahadat that is going to be the key to paradise. That key to paradise, to safety, is going to be that shahadat. But, as Shaykh Effendi has said so many times, the key to paradise, it is the shahadat. But, if you don't love each other, if you don't love each other, not just by words, if you don't love each other, meaning you don't give each other's rights, if you don't love each other, meaning you're breaking away and you're making fitna away from the teachings and the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ, brought to us by our Shaykh, not according to our own intelligence, our own egos, it is as if you have never said the shahadat. Are we understanding how important that is? Or are we just, every day is the same. Sun is shining. We're just going to go and lead our own robotic lifestyle, our own small lives, to eat, to drink, worrying, being busy with the dunya. We're going to lose a lot. And we're going to lose more than those ones who have not met Shaykh Effendi or been in this tariqat. Yes, we're going to lose more. Because we are not keeping the amanat. We're not keeping the trust that is given to us. That trust, keeping our shahadat. That trust, keeping in this way. That trust to sit down, especially in this month. Yes, this is Ramazan Mubarak, Ramazan Kareem. To sit down, to spend time not thinking what you're going to eat and to drink in the iftar time, not being busy with, oh, how hungry and how thirsty I am. Doing that, you don't have to be a Muslim, a believer to do that. So many people, they do that too. They call it dieting. So many people, they do that too. You tie up an animal, Shaykh Effendi is saying there, and you don't give it food and drink, it is not the same. That animal is not fasting. We are keeping our animal characteristics in chain in this month. Yes, we are. But the animal characteristic is not just eating and drinking and making relations. We are in tariqat. We should know better. What is it that is inside of us? Yes. The enemies that are inside of us. Are we being busy with those enemies? Are we thinking that the enemy is not outside, it is inside? Think this way. You have a nice, beautiful house. You're protecting the house from the outside with gates and security systems and everything. And inside, everything is beautiful. You have your children, you have your treasures, you have everything there. But you know your enemy is inside the house. Inside. Are you ever going to be comfortable? Tell me something. Is anyone ever going to be comfortable? Are you going to say, well, I've done my part. Well, I took shahadat. Well, I took bayat. Well, now I'm a saint. These days, they're saying that too. MashaAllah, everyone's a saint. That's why this world is turning into a Jahannam, this kind of saint. Our maqam is in the toilet. That is our maqam. Our maqam, as Shaykh and Hazrat Larry is saying, when you go to that toilet and you're sitting down there and you're doing that dirty business, that you're taking all the most beautiful things that's taking hours and days and months and years to prepare, the date, it takes 20 years, over 20 years to prepare for you to put in your mouth, isn't it? For you to eat. What happens when it enters your body? Does it come out as a gold? Does it come out as something beautiful and nice smelling? No. Inside of us, it becomes the worst thing. We make the best things to become the worst thing, that not even the animals are going to come close to it. Think. Yes. Awliya Allah, that time, whatever they take and they drink is going to come up musk and roses and perfume. As Holy Prophet ﷺ, whatever came out from his body, it is the most pure thing. So, think that time. How much we are giving thanks that time to what we have. How much we are thinking that time that this body, how we can say that this body, that this self, that this person that Allah has created, that me, taking the most beautiful things and turning it into the most disgusting thing, that our maqam is anything higher than that toilet. Sit down and think. Yes, you want to be humble? That's not being humble. That's being real. That's being realistic. Humble is something else completely. Humble is when you are doing everything good and everything perfectly, and people are attacking you and slandering you, and you're smiling and you're turning your head. So when he's saying, no, we are blameworthy Sufis. Nah, they don't know anything about blameworthy Sufis. Yeah. And they're smiling. Not 1 day, 2 days, decades, years. And it's still continuing after they've passed. After all, it is a sunnah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. 1400 years have passed. But the kafirs, they will never stop slandering and saying about that Holy Prophet ﷺ, putting lies and everything on him. But that is not changing his reality. Every moment, every minute, every day, every hour, he's going up and up and up. His station is reaching higher and higher. And we're praying that our Shaykh and his station reaches higher and higher at every moment. Because following the footstep of that Prophet ﷺ, yes, don't think it's just a social gathering. Sufism is a social gathering. People coming together, dressing up nicely, not knowing proper adab, just eating, drinking, and going. Yes. No, it is not. It is hard. It is hardship. One day, one person came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, if you love me, prepare yourself for hardship. He did not say, if you love me, the world is going to open to you, and the paradises are going to open to you, and everything is going to open to you, and everything is going to be. No. He's saying, prepare yourself for hardship. Yes, those are the ones who have real love. Those are the ones who have real love. And those are the ones that for every prophet, that they follow the footsteps of that prophet. Those who follow the footsteps of Isa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, hardship follows them. Because that is the life of every prophet alayhi salam. They did not come down here to live a luxury life, to live a nice and easy life. And they did not teach their ummah to do that. And especially those ones who are close to them, they're not even looking for that. Look, we're calling ourselves following in the Siddiqui way, Siddiqul Akbar. Yes, as our brother said, to sacrifice. Sacrifice everything in that way. Sacrifice not just physically, yes, sacrificing your ego, following that one. Sacrificing your ego and to follow that master. That one who is going to bring you from this dunya to Mawla. That is going to bring you from the Jahannam that you have made inside of yourself to put out the fire that you are going to bring to Jahannam. There is no fire in Jahannam. You bring your own fire to Jahannam and it's putting it out for you. And it's taking down all the buts, all the ilahs, all the idols away from your heart. And to say, now, say Allah. Follow that one. Don't think that one is just going to sit down and praise you. What kind of a hardship is that? MashaAllah, so hard. No. That one will knock you wall to wall. That one will say things and do things and guide you in a way your ego is not going to agree, is not going to like. But that one will tell you, come to the station. Come to that maqam, yes, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for you. That is yours. There is no one else's. Don't be stuck in this dunya. Don't be stuck in this world. Don't be stuck in this toilet. Because this world, yes, it is a bathroom, it is a toilet. When Adam alayhi salam, our father and our mother, when they committed that wrong action and they ate from the forbidden fruit, when things start to turn inside the stomach, like our Grand Sheikh, our Sheikh Effendi is saying, and they need to release it. First time ever it has happened. But the toilet is not in paradise. Yes. The bathroom, it is down in the earth. And they came down to this earth. It is a toilet. How long you want to stay in the toilet? How are you going to feel so comfortable? Yes. That is our maqam. That is the reality. And the sheikhs, the awliyaullah, that guide, will take you out from that to say that no, you don't belong here. You are not created here. You came down to this toilet, but don't stay here, or else you're going to become that. You're going to become a waste. You're going to become worse than the animals if you don't occupy that station that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you in. And what is that? Shaykh Effendi said so many times, وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Giving high honor to the children of Adam. Yes. But I don't think it is everyone. If you still haven't gotten rid of that shaitan inside of you, that animal characteristics, you cannot call yourself that time Bani Adam. Yes. You may call yourselves Bani Nafs. You can call yourself those who are following your animal characteristics, because how you live, that is how it's going to define you. And you're going to find that true meaning, that true definition when we pass from this world. Live your life according to the egos, according to the animal characteristics, How you live is how you will die. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, you live going after and chasing animal characteristics, you will pass from this world in an animal form. And how you die is how you're going to be raised. And so many will be raised in the day of judgment, not in the shape of the children of Adam, but in the shape of animals and worse than that. May Allah protect us from that. Yes. Prepare yourself for hardship. Prepare ourselves for hardship. We are not in this world for ease. We are not asking for it. May Allah make it easy for us to carry this. But we are not asking it as a right. Yes. And everybody knows, following in the way of our Shaykh, he knocks you wall to wall. He washes you up, not for himself, for us. For us to clean ourselves. For us to get rid of all the wrong characteristics that we have. The arrogance, 1 billion tricks it has. The stubbornness, hundreds and thousands of traps it has. The arrogance, all the characteristics, it is there. And he's going to pinpoint each and every one of it to us and to remove it. Inshallah, that time, inshallah, we may say, as Allah has created me in ahsani taqwim, as I have been down here in this toilet, in this asfal as-safilin, as I have been created in the most perfect form, and I'm being sent down to the lowest of the low, inshallah Rahman, with the blessings of our Shaykh, with the blessings of our Grand Shaykh, with the blessings of our Prophet ﷺ, we will return to Allah in that clean way, in that clean form. There's no other way. If we're not cleaning ourselves right now, they're going to grind us underground. When we pass, they're going to grind us. Ground, that's why it's called a ground. It's cleaning us. If that cleaning is still not enough, if we still haven't gotten rid of that, then the judgment day, it is going to be a disaster. And beyond the judgment day, oh, don't even think about it that time. So yes, the cleaning process, for the one who's intelligent, for the one who sits down and says, Allah has created me in the most perfect form. There are enemies inside of me. And there are enemies around me. I have to be able, as a human being, as a Muslim, as a believer, as one with responsibility, as one with intelligence, to keep the most important thing to me, which is my belief, my shahadat, and not let my enemies to overtake me, to run my lives, to control me. Because our ego, getting its inspiration from shaitan, yes, this is the month of Ramadan. Shaitan is locked up. No doubt, shaitan is locked up. But shaitan, he has trained our egos well. If we are not catching it, it's trained the ego so good that he says, now I'm going for 1 month, but saying to our ego, you be my representative. And you are going to be acting in my station. And you are going to tell and control this one how to behave. Even in this month, I'm locked up, but it's as if I'm not, because you are going to continue my work. So check yourself. I need to check myself. We all need to. I'm not exempt from this. No one is. We need to check ourselves to see what are the tricks and the traps that is holding us back from making this Ramadan the most generous month. To make this Ramadan the most blessed month. To make this Ramadan, yes, Ramadan Kareem, generosity. It is a generous month. How are we making this month to be generous? This month, if you're not catching it, more people are angry. More people are stubborn. More people, they're very quick. Why? Because they're not eating and drinking. They're hungry. So yes, they are not eating and drinking. They are controlling that part. But if someone touches their ego a little bit, oof, they're going to burn everything. Impatient. So, make this Ramadan to be a generous month. Make this Ramadan to be a Mubarak month. This is the month for us not to run around so much, to sit and to think and to reflect. To sit, to think, to reflect, reflect and to think the teachings and how to apply it. I have a problem sitting down. I have this big problem. I always get upset. I don't know why. Somebody can just say something and I have no control. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, ya Rabbi, astaghfirullah. I'm your weak servant. Please help me. Give me the strength now to be able to control that. Yes. Say that. Your Lord will like it. Then that time He will give you the strength. He will give you the strength through His holy friends. He will give you the strength to those ones that you are following, to our Shaykh. And we'll take that strength, and before we know it, we're able to control. We're able to swallow. We're able to digest. And we're able to pass properly that time. That time, if we do it, it will be Mubarak. That time when we do it, it will be Ramazan Kareem. That time when we do it, we'll bring honor to this month. And we'll bring honor to ourselves. Because as Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, that our Shaykh is saying to us so many times, 1 hour of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship. So yes, that meditation, no, it's not that meditation to sit like a Buddha and to go into illusion and delusion world. No, Islamic meditation is something else completely. Don't mix it. So many are mixing it. Be my guest. You can do right now as much as you like, but time is running short. When Sahibu Zaman comes, he is not going to like it. Yes, definitely he's not going to like it, because he's coming back to bring the Shariatullah. And the Shariat, it is absent now. It is missing. Everyone making Shariat according to their own selves. Everyone is making fatwa according to their own selves behind the keyboards, going back and forth. That is not Islam. There has never been for 1400 years until the Khilafat fell. Then all start to raise their own heads and say, we declare our own Khilafat now. Every country declaring their own Khilafat, isn't it? Meaning we're not under anyone's authority, no Khalifa's authority, only our authority. Then it comes down to the population, to the community, to the houses, to the communities, to the families, and to the selves, to the individuals. Declaring our own Khilafat and say, don't anyone tell me what it is. I decide for myself. At that time, we will be in very big trouble. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, be a Jamaat. Be a Jamaat. Do not be separated. Be a Jamaat. And in that Jamaat, if there are 3, 1 has to speak. 1 has to be a leader. Today it can be me. Tomorrow it can be you, or you, or you. It can be. Allah has lifted the power from those ones who thought we inherit the power and the Islam and giving it to others. Who says it's not going to happen to me or to you? If we are letting go of this amanat, definitely it's going to happen. Inshallah, we will not. That we hold on strongly to this way, dunya and akhirat, that yes, just as it is in the Siddiqui way, we give everything, we sacrifice everything, the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. We're asking that our sacrifice, that our lives be sacrificed in this way, and everything be sacrificed in this way, to hold the words and the life and the teachings of our Shaykh alive, inshallah Rahman. That is for me and for you. As much as we are able to do it, we have to. He is not here with us physically. Spiritually, if you're not understanding that His power has increased, if you're not understanding now, His look is on us more, that His madad and His himmat is coming to us more, then you have completely disconnected yourself from the Shaykh. Then you're saying, yes, that one is dead and we're going to bury him. No, it is not. You are dead. Your heart is dead. So carry the amanat, carry the work. Everyone has a work. Carry it. Do it better. That time, inshallah Rahman, when we see him again, we will not be too shy. We will say, we tried our best, Sultanam. We tried our best. He will still wash us up. And we are looking forward to that, huh? We miss that now. We miss that now. But Don't worry, it's going to come too. It's going to come. We are going to get washed up. Those not carrying their responsibilities and letting things to fall, and for the ghaflat to overtake them, and for the ego to say, I don't care, oh, I'm tired, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, mashallah. On the day, on the moment that help is being needed for you to do your job, you drop it. Not other days. Why is that? Think, why is that? Yes, but the ego is going to come up with a lot of excuses. One on top of another, reminding coming to you, still being stubborn, is going to come. Let me tell you, yes, his wash up will still continue. It will still continue, and that time, you're not following, you're making problems. His wash up is going to be severe. Yes, like what Shaykh Effendi says, like what Shaykh Mawlana says, hitting his cane, it will come from east to west. Those who are making trouble, coming from east to west, it may reach. For me and for you, inshallah. Wa min Allah tawfiq. We're not intending to speak so much. Time is pretty late, but it's okay. We're staying up. We're trying to catch something that our Shaykh is sending to us, to learn something in this holy month. It is better. What are we going to do? We're going to pray a little bit, and you're going to keep on eating and sleeping, and this is worship. May it be accepted, inshallah rahman. And we're asking that this Jamaat gets stronger, and that we wake up to our responsibilities and not give in to our egos and to the ghaflat and to the fitna inside and outside. And we're asking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise the station of our Prophet and all the awliya Allah, Sultan al-Awliya, and our Shaykh Effendi higher and higher, and to continue the support to us to continue in this way. Wa min Allah tawfiq. Hurmatul Habib, Hurmatul Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.